Come on, don't be afraid. I bought this install kit off of eBay. Look at that little guy. To do the honors, I'm going to use my oscillating tool. Oh my God! Like the worst thing I've ever thought. Oh, hey, what's going on? What's going on, everyone? And welcome back to the channel. I've had the Jeep on the channel for a few episodes now. I've done some steering, I've done different things here and there. But I don't know if it's been very evident, but I haven't really shown the interior very much. Probably because there's really no interior to show. Come on, take a look. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Come on. Don't be afraid. So basically, this is the view of my interior, and it's been the view of my interior for about 3 years now. Today we're going to be installing the dash back into the interior. But not only that, we're going to be upgrading the radio and the speakers from what was in here before. So stick around and enjoy the show. Oh yeah, while you're at it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It'd help the channel a great deal. This project has been lingering for about 3 years. I basically took the dash apart about 3 years ago when I first got the vehicle, because it had a leaky heater core. So I had to take, basically when you have to do the heater core, you got to take the dash out, totally out, to get to the heater box where the heater core is living. So I did that, but I was planning on changing the stereo and the speakers then, but it just never happened, and you know, life got in the way, more important jobs got in the way. So I decided finally now that I'm going to be doing this, because I want to get this together, because winter is approaching. Even though it's still summer, before we know it, it'll be winter, and I would like to get this squared away. Now, when I got this vehicle, it had 4x6 paper factory speakers in here, and you know, the 4x6 oblong speakers, they don't have as good acoustic sound as the round speakers. Look at that little guy. What are you doing in my Jeep, feller? Earlier today, I made this adapter plate so I could fit this 4-inch speaker to where the 4x6 speaker used to fit. I basically got myself some 1/8 ABS plastic. It's the kind that has the grain on the one side and it's smooth on the other. You can get it off of eBay for pretty cheap. I'm not sure exactly how much it cost me, because I bought it a few years ago. Measured the speaker hole. I measured where the bolts are going to go to hold it in. Center punched and drilled the mounting holes. Then I cut the rough outline of the design that I was planning on making. After that, I brought it to the belt sander to smooth it out, make it more professional looking. Then I cut out the holes to mount the speakers through, ultimately shooting hot molten plastic all over my arms and hands. Luckily, I had my safety glasses on, so the molten plastic didn't shoot into my eye sockets and blind me. Once the speaker holes were made, I mounted the speakers with the clips that they come with in the kit. I think this was the first time I've ever used those clips included with the speakers. I guess it's a first for everything. Finished product. Nice, neat, and professional. Just like I like it. Yeah, so once I get done with installing this last speaker, I'm going to be going downstairs to my basement where I've stored my dashboard for the last 3 years, and I'm going to be installing the double DIN radio into the dashboard. Now, this is a 1999 Jeep Wrangler from 97 to 2006. I think it is 2007. They don't come with a double DIN radio. They come with a 1.5 as the maximum size. My plan was to customize the bezel and cut out the hole in the right spot, and I was going to fill it in with plastic, and I was going to go through all that. But I'll be honest with you, for $75 on eBay, it was cheap enough that I just bought the bezel. It's plastic, and hopefully it's going to fit the way it's supposed to, and I'm not going to have to do any modifications. I'm hoping. We'll see when we get to it. But the point is, instead of me sitting here for weeks modifying a bezel for under $100, I just bought the bezel, and it saved me a heck of a lot more time on modifying the original bezel. So I'm going to get this speaker in, and I'll meet you in my basement. Welcome everybody to my basement shop. This is my workbench, aka my washer and my dryer. So here's the dash out of the Jeep. Here's the head unit I'm installing into it. It's an Alpine ILX-207. I bought this, it was about $800 when it was brand new. Like I said though, it was 3 years ago, so it's way outdated. But for what was in the vehicle, I think it was a Kenwood CD player / auxiliary. It wasn't even Bluetooth. So at least we'll have the Bluetooth, we'll have the Apple CarPlay, we'll have all that good stuff, all that fun stuff. Basically, you have to trim out this piece, basically this whole deal, and you get these two plastic tabs, I guess you call them, or something, tabs. These two plastic tabs that you're supposed to bolt onto the unit, side of the unit, like that, like so. And you utilize this hole here, and this hole goes away. And I think I'm gonna have to drill my own 2 holes, but I'm gonna keep this clip and I'll just pop it in this hole. This way I have something to thread the screw through. I bought this install kit off of eBay. It has the correct size for, I think it's a 7-inch monitor, and it's supposed to be made for this vehicle, which it is. It fits the vehicle, but you still have to modify things on the dash to get this to sit right. It's got a big gap over here. It's not locking in with anything. You're supposed to take the tabs off the old one, which I'm fine with. So now these little tabs, they connect into these 4 little rectangles, okay? Now on the new one, there's only 2 provisions to connect these tabs. So what I was thinking about doing is somehow cutting these tabs off here and plastic bonding them to this, because they have to be mounted here, otherwise it's not going to hold the unit on. If you guys haven't seen this plastic bonder, this stuff works amazing. Not a paid sponsor, just a really good product. If you want to bond plastic together, it works very well. So what I'm going to try doing is I'm going to try to cut this off. I'm going to try to cut this as clean as I can. Maybe even sacrifice this, I'm not sure yet. And then I'm going to snap these into here and then connect this to it with some plastic bonder, and hopefully it'll transfer over to this. Basically, I think that would be the easiest way of finding where those are going to belong on this. That's the first issue that I had with them. And the second issue, the hole here, these little ribs are coming in contact with this up here. So I'm probably going to just lance this off, cut this off here and here. So this way it'll go down further. Because if you see over here, looks like it's coming in contact and it's stopping this from going all the way completely on. There's a big gap. There's about a 1/4 inch gap on the top, and it's flush on the bottom. So I know it's something on top that's hitting it, and nothing else is hitting it. So I noticed it's here. I would cut the bezel out, which is basically the right thing to do because you're going to be cutting into the factory dash. But the bezel is what's basically out there. The dash, the dash is really not that. You don't need this part of the dash for any kind of strength. The bezel, if I start cutting the inside of the bezel, it's going to make the bezel, which is already flimsy, even more flimsy. So I figured, it's only plastic. Just cut the plastic and just deal with it. I don't think I'm ever going to go back to the old bezel. Anyway, so yarder. To do the honors, I'm going to use my oscillating tool. Let's see how this fits. Yep, that was the issue. So now I know that the bezel fits in the whole deal. I'm going to cut out this support here because we no longer need it. So say goodbye. Voila. So now we're going to save this clip. If I can find it. I don't know if you guys can see it down there, but it fell all the way down back behind my dryer. I had to go get my magnet on a stick just to save it. All right. Now let's get back to work. Stop screwing around. All right, so now I'm just going to clean off all the slag, plastic slag, whatever's sharp and nasty on the edges. Not really much. Plus, it's not going to be seen, so it doesn't really matter. So that's going to go there. So that's going to go on that side. And this is to go on this side. So now I got to find out where it's going to go on the screen. So there's many different holes and many different ways of routing this. It could be, there's a lot of different ways. You can go here, there, everywhere, up, down, in, out, round and around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find out where it's going to fit the best, and I'm going to bolt it to here, bolt these two to either side, and then we'll take it from there where we're going to be placing it in here. I'm probably going to have to drill the holes for the side, or at least one hole anyway. We'll see, maybe even two. I only have one of these. I only have one of these clips, but I have other clips in the garage. I'm gonna have to go grab one or two. I might have to grab the screws as well. So, all right. Well, I just guessed. I just put them in the spot where I thought it was going to work, and it looks like it's going to work out perfect. I'm going to put the screw in here. Let me see how it fits in the. Yeah, it fits. It literally fits perfect. First try. Well, not bad. Not bad for this little kit. I mean, it's got its quirks, this kit, but it works. Comes with a little filler plate here to hide the ashtray because I don't smoke and I don't really want to have an ashtray. I'd rather have a nice clean look, and what I'm probably going to do is I'll probably put a couple USB chargers, a couple switches over here for my lights and my horn, and yeah, that's going to be it. Got the climate control here. Yeah. So I know me, and I want to put both screws in here. So there's one. There's two. I'm gonna find another one of these clips. I'm gonna find another one of these clips outside, and I'm gonna get the screws. So I got to get 3 screws. So after going through my stash, I decided I'm just going to change all the hardware. Just put all brand new hardware. It's going to be a lot stronger. These are machine threads instead of the coarse threads that it comes with. So be a little bit better, I hope. Should work right there, folks. Should work right there. Drum roll, please. Oh my God! Oh my God, That looks awesome! That really does look good. I'm excited about that. Now I want to get those tabs. I want to get those tabs cut off of the other one, and I'm gonna plastic bond them to here. So this way this bezel. So this way this bezel will be affixed. There'll be no issues. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to scuff up here and here. This is where the plastic bonder is going to be. I'm going to ooze the plastic. I'm going to ooze that stuff all over here and here. Get it all nice and thick.
Damn girl, shit, thicker.
on there, and then I'm just going to basically press the bezel in. Once I get the bezel in, I'm going to let it sit for a few hours, let it harden, and then I'll take it back off again, and I'll just double up on the bonder. Stuff works pretty good. Really, stuff works really good, actually. I have never found anything that works as good as this stuff for bonding plastic together. You basically, it's just not equal parts, but you got to mix it equal parts. Get it all mixed around, so this way it's one even neutral color. Make sure it's all 100% mixed good. Once it's mixed and it's one color, and you put it on everything you got to put it on. The rougher the surface you put it on it, the more it's going to bond. Basically, the rougher the better. That's why I didn't go crazy making that all pretty, because you're not going to see it anyway. Make sure you don't put anywhere the radio is going to be, otherwise you're going to get all over your brand new radio. Once you get it on there, put the bezel in place. But at the end of the day, that's what it should look like. As far as I'm concerned, that looks amazing. Aid to the maid of the zings. Yeah. It's been way too long than what it should have been. Over 3 hours, I lost a gallon of sweat, skin from my knuckles, and 3/4 of my patience for the week installing this dash in this vehicle. It is a job to put this dash back in this vehicle. Like, the worst thing I've ever thought. Part of it was my fault, because about 2 years ago when I put the skeleton back in, I didn't realize that the HVAC ducting goes behind the skeleton. Yeah, behind the skeleton. So I had to take the whole skeleton back off, and it's not fun. Let's just put it that way. It's not fun. But anyway, on a positive note, it's time to put the radio in. So hopefully now all this extra is going to pay off. That's Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
Ah, that's nice. That looks fucking... that looks nice. Ah, looks nice! Okay, I would say I got about 95% of the dash back together. The only thing is these speaker mounts have to be heated up a little bit here and just twisted, so this way you can clear here. It is hitting, but once I twist it to the left a little, it'll be fine. Both sides. The other side's a little bit better. This side, it hits a little bit more. But that's okay. I'm just going to heat it up here, and just slowly just melt, as it melts, I'm just going to rotate it a little bit. All right, other than that, basically all I have is the grate on top. Like I said, I gotta finish that, and then I got these wires here that looks like the dash puked them out. I got all these red wires here that looks like the dash got wasted last night and decided it was gonna puke them all out. But other than that, which I'm going to take care of by the next video, with the next video, basically we're going to complete the dash. I'm going to add tweeters up in the corners, the A-pillars, one over here, one over here. I want to complete the door skins, put the door skins back on and complete that. I have power windows for this vehicle that I was thinking about installing. They're cheap Chinesium power windows, but I was thinking about giving them a shot anyway. I don't think it takes much modification to install, so I'm going to be installing them. I have to admit, I did have to modify it a little bit to make it work for my standards, but it wasn't that big of a deal. And compared to everything else that you have to modify it to make work that's supposed to work for your vehicle, it actually worked out pretty well. I haven't seen a dash in this vehicle basically since the first couple months after I bought it. So it kind of looks nice having a dash in the vehicle again. Kind of looks complete. I got the glove box working and everything. Thank you for watching. I'm on the Instagram at a.patriotstouch. Check us out on there. Please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate all three. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time on A Patriot's Touch. Have a nice day. Oh, hey. What's going on? And welcome back to the channel. Oh, hey. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Oh, hey. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Some of you might have seen. Now, some of you might have seen the Jeep. Oh, hey. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Oh, what's going on, everyone? And welcome back to the channel. What's going on, everyone? And welcome back to the channel. So basically, yeah. All right. So after all that bullshit, I'm gonna get you guys in the stand, and I'm gonna get started. So now I'm gonna save this clip. Now I'm gonna save this clip. So now I'm gonna save this clip. So now we're gonna save this clip. So now we're gonna save this clip. So now we're gonna save this clip. Now we're going to save this clip. So now we're going to save this clip.